Hello, my friends. It's Bonnie from Stampin' Up. I get to talk to you today about one of the products that I have had so much fun playing with. This is our Simply Pressed clay, and these are our Buttons and Blossoms clay molds. Now, this is so much fun. I just love playing with it. I'm going to open this up and get some of the clay out. The clay is very light. It's just so fun. You get a big old amount of it, and you can make a ton. Now, I'm just pulling out a little bit because I don't need very much to show you. It just is this fun. It's really soft, kind of fun clay that you get to play with. Reminds me of being back in elementary school. And it's very simple. That's why it's called Simply Pressed. You just take it and take one of the molds and you press it into the mold. I like to make mine neat and tidy because I'm a little bit that way, but you don't have to because you can trim it off after. And then you just pop it out. I'll show you how simple that is. Pop. And you have a button. Yay! Super easy. There's a few tricks with this that I want to show you and some fun techniques. I know you're going to come up with a few, but I get to share with you some of the ones that I played with lately. So let me just start by adding a little bit of color because while this is cute, we want to make it a little more colorful. So I'm going to take this exact, actually, I'm just going to take that small amount that I had. I'm going to take our Wisteria Wonder reinker. You can use a marker. I like the reinker because it makes my fingers more messy. Actually, you should probably use rubber gloves. It doesn't matter. The more ink you add, that you can get different intensities, so there isn't a magic button or recipe for that, okay? And then you just start pulling it through. It's kind of like, did you ever make taffy when you were a kid? Anyway, that's what it reminds me of. So you just pull it through, get a little bit off your fingers there, and integrate it all the way in, and then pop it in the mold, and move these guys out of the way. And you just press it right in there. And again, I kind of just find that it's easier for me if I can keep it as much inside the mold as possible. Now, here are some tricks of this part. The flower mold, it's very easy to pull them out right away, and you can pretty much have it intact. With the button mold, you might want to pop it in the freezer so that just for a few minutes, it makes it a little easier to pull them out. You can use your piercing tool to pull them out also. Do not bake them because it will actually melt your molds and your clay, and we don't want to do that. So just wanted to show you that. And what I found while I was playing is while it is at this point quite pliant, you can take the Stampin' Piercer and you can actually just poke a hole right through it. I like to have a decent size one. And that will make it easier for you later on. It will dry with the hole in it. Then you can string ribbon through that and add that on as an accent later on. Now, one thing to be careful of, I just barely did this one, so I'm just going to want to set it aside because right now I can just smash that thing to smithereens. I timed this. You're supposed to wait for about 24 hours. I found that after about 35 minutes, no matter how hard I pressed, it would pretty much keep its shape. Just wanted to let you know. Here's another thing I tried. And that is, I did some marbling. Okay, oh wait, I wanted to show you a cute sample first before I do that. Look how cute that one is, okay? So depending on how much ink you use, you're going to get different colors of intensity of whatever you're making. You can see with the Calypso Coral, that had a lot to it, and this had a little less. So it just depends. It's so much fun because you can always have something new with it. There are other ways to play with this. I'm going to take that Wisteria Wonder that I dyed, and I'm going to pull it with some of just the plain white Simply Pressed clay. But this time, I'm not going to incorporate it in as much. I kind of want to keep some of the streaks in there. I wanted to see if I did this, what it would look like when I pressed it in here. What I was hoping for was kind of a marbling effect. I'll tell you right now, I came up with some really well marbled ones and some that were like, oh, well, isn't that pretty, Bonnie? Now that one you can see turned out quite well, so I like that. I thought it was kind of fun to just have a little bit of the white and a little bit of the Wisteria Wonder in there. Something else I did with this, super fun. I'm going to put a little piece of paper here, Dan, because I don't want anybody to say that I ruined your work surface. I'm not talking to myself. My friend Dan is in here. In case you think maybe my imaginary friend is Dan. This is one of our, what is this called? Andrea, tell me.
Stampin Spritzer.
Thank you. This is Stampin Spritzer. And I filled it with wisteria, put some Wisteria Wonder drops in there, and then there's some water. And I'm just going to spritz that thing right on my flower. And isn't that so cute already? Look how pretty that is. It takes it a little while to dry, but once it does, you've got this darling piece that you can do almost anything with. I think that is so beautiful. Andrea, did you want to applaud for me? Thank you. Thank you. I knew you would all appreciate that one. Okay, I thought that was pretty. And then I thought, there's got to be something else I can do with that. So what if I go back and I take one of these? It's beautiful. Isn't that lovely? But I want to make it a little shimmery and a little shiny. So I'm going to take some of our Smooch Spritz. For some reason I like that. This is our vanilla shimmer. I'm going to spritz that on there. And when it dries, wait for it, when it dries, look at that. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And Dan did such a great job. You can see all the shimmery shininess of that. Oh my gosh, you should totally smooch. Permission to smooch, everyone, because it is so darn pretty. I just love it. All right, I told you I played a lot with this, so let me show you the next thing I did. I took just one of the basic white ones, and I wanted to just see what it would look like if I used some of my Melon Mambo on it. So I just went along this. I'm going to just hold it with my finger right there. I went along and just wanted to pick up some of the edges like that. And I thought that was awfully pretty. Not awful, but awfully pretty. So you could leave it like that if you wanted to. But I also thought, I wonder what it would be like if I took a blender pen and pulled some of those colors down. So I took the blender pen and actually blended it in a little. Heck, you're saying, Bonnie, you are a genius. I will not disagree. I had a lot of fun. Let me show you the finished one of that. So you can see I got some of those highlights. Oh, there we go. You can see I got some of the highlights from my original Melon Mambo, and then it kind of blended it in. So cute. You might be asking yourself, how else could I add color? Well, let me take one of the buttons and show you what I did with this one. Is I just took real red on one of our sponge daubers, inked it up, and went like that. Yeah, highly technical. I went like that. And I love that. Isn't that so cute? It just popped the color so you've got the real red on the top and the Whisper White poking through of the original clay. So cute. I think that is one of the darlingest things I've ever seen. Yep, that's a new word, darlingest. Now, while I had this out, I thought, wonder what else I can do. So I was playing around with a little bit of the clay. And I decided, you know, when you're a kid, I'm going to get some fresh clay. That's stuff I've played with before. Oh, look, I pulled out stuff I stuck in there. It'll work beautifully. When you're a kid, how you would roll things, my mom would say make a caterpillar out of it. You make a little ball. So what I did was start with a little ball first. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize, everyone. That one I ruined, so we're just going to start again. Do you want me to start the video again? No, you don't care. Okay, so I'm going to roll it around like that. Okay, I'm going to make it nice and smooth. Isn't that pretty? Now I'm going to press it down. It's like I'm making sugar cookies. And then I thought, maybe I'll just use this and I will cut out so that I've got a perfect circle. Because, you know, sometimes we're type A. Most of the time we're not. Hey, look, I just made a ring. So cool. So you can make your own diamond also, apparently. Now, if you want to flatten that out a little bit, I don't know, let's just take a stamp and smoosh it down a little bit more. Yeah, that looks good. Now, what I'm going to do, let's go back to my Melon Mambo. I'm going to stamp, this is a heart. Couldn't remember what that was for a minute. I'm just going to stamp a heart right in there. My heck. Yes, I really am. I'm not lying to you. So cute. So cute. Now I did one earlier and I just trimmed around it. You can see this one's real red actually. I just trimmed around the outside of it and I can use that as an accent on something because it's so stinking cute. So then I thought, gee, I wonder what else I could do. This one I made a worm instead of a circle. So I rolled it out so it was a long worm. I smooshed it flat And then I used a happy birthday greeting and put it right on there. Now, I'm thinking you can't see that very well, so I'm going to experiment. I don't have another color but besides Wisteria Wonder, but I'm thinking if I sprayed this Wisteria Wonder, it would settle in that happy birthday and make that pop out. Let's do this experiment together. Ooh. Oh. I'm going to do, oh, that was fun. Oh my gosh, look at it. It's so cute. Okay, seriously, you are going to have so much fun with the Simply Pressed clay and the buttons and blossoms molds. I cannot even wait to see your ideas. Have fun. Bye-bye.